Hello, welcome to episode 4 of the Purifier series. In this episode I'm going to do the Hidden Path quest up to the second boss because I want to get some new trousers, pants, call them what you want. And I'm going to do a Steps of Torment run. Well, obviously I'll just have the highlights in the video, otherwise it's going to be too long for what it's trying to show you. First thing I want to do though is talking in the last video about how that Vindictive Flame is categorized as an attack and it will trigger gear skills that have a chance to proc on attack. Aura of Censure is the same thing. Like, I can prove this, and it's just a bit of fun really. So that thing's got an elemental seal on it, chance on attack. Calamity's got the Calamity skill, chance on attack. Now I'm going to turn Aura of Censure on. That's it. I've got nothing else on and I'm not going to shoot anything. And I'm going to walk around here. And I'm going to walk up to these training dummies and get close enough for Aura of Censure to start affecting them. One of them. Let's do both of them. Right. So I'm not attacking them, but Aura of Censure is dealing that damage. And there you go. There's the seal. All we want to do is see Calamity. There, and my work. That was a fireball from something else. There's Calamity. So all that stuff's happening because Aura of Censure is attacking those. There you go. I believe the fireball is on... what's it on? That ring? Yeah. So that had a 10% chance on attack. Right. Let's get this Hidden Path done. This quest is available in normal, it's available in elite, and it's available in ultimate. The 3 bosses to kill, and you get a skill point, an attribute point, and a chance to go into a unique-ish sort of area. You need 2 dynamite to start the quest. Look at that idiot. Follow me, mate. Right. So you come down here. I'll show you where I am on the map. There's the prison. There's the main Devil's Crossing bit. That's where the rift is. So you come up here, and there's this house, and there's a hidden path down the side of it. Hence, Hidden Path quest. There's 2 ways of getting down here. You can come down this funny little path down the side, or you can come out the back of the house if you shoot that bookcase. Anyway, wasted enough time taking you on a tour of Lower Crossing. If you come up to this and click on that, it will take 2 dynamite to clear a path. Now, I've been doing some dynamite farming, not excessively, I've got 8 of them, so I'm sorted. So I'll blow that up. And immediately get attacked by these poison creatures. Yeah, I've been doing a bit of levelling up outside of recording because obviously the gaps now between the levels are going to get a lot longer, so I'll go and do quite a fair bit of just farming and generally running around. Nothing significant, just to get a level up. What I did with this was I got up to Respected with Devil's Crossing. Once you get to Respected, you can start doing bounties for them. I did a couple, but I just generally the bounties that involve Cronley's gang, not the bounties that involve other stuff up around Burridge. Because if you're doing it just for reputation gains with Devil's Crossing, obviously do the ones involving Cronley's gang, because killing Cronley's gang is one of the ways to get reputation with Devil's Crossing. Cronley's gang's only in one place. I mean, there's other factions like the Coven in Ugden Bog and Homestead, you raise reputation with both of those by killing beasts. Now they're all over the place, so you know you can just, once you start earning rep with them, they'll go up quite quickly because you just be killing animals all over the place. Whereas Cronley's gang is a specific bunch that are only in a couple of little places. So if you get bounties that send you into the area where Cronley's gang are, it's all the better. Right, let's kill this Dreeg boss. He's over here. There he is. In all the excitement, I forgot to level up. Let's kill these doggies. Search that body. Right, pointing to physique. And I'm just going to max this out. Once I max that out, I'll go and start being a bit more finicky about where I put the points. So if you read these lore notes, I'm not going to bother. If you read these lore notes, they tell you about the hidden path. Yeah, so what you get is you end up with 3 of those things. What I'll do is I'll get the first 2 and then I'll just dump them in stash so I'm not carrying them around taking up 8 inventory slots. But for now, because I need that in inventory to open up the next bit. So we'll nip over to Broken Hills. Hopefully these things will drop the first time. If not, I'll have to reset and farm him a bit and record every one until I get it to drop. First time round I'll run all the way there so you can see where it is. Love it when they fly through the air like that. Physics. So the rift's there, and I've come round this way. And the door, oh, we'll get that. The door is there. That's the area where the Soleil boss is, and the door's just there. That's Aura of Censure taking them out like that. You can see it's quite powerful. Right, so this is the door that now opens because I'm carrying that runestone. What I'll do, I'll put a rift down. It's the first time I've actually thought I might die. This guy, if I don't dodge the Doom Bolt, could be... Ooh, hello. If I don't dodge his Doom Bolt, it could be fun. Sometimes there's another group just there. What I'd recommend is just wander about down here and see if anything will spawn and kill that first, otherwise they might get in your way if you're running away from the boss. I've got a feeling this is going to be easier than I'm making it sound. He's up here. Let's see if we can take him out really quickly. Yeah. And he's dropped them. And it's got an aggressive prefix on it, which is good. I think that gives me some offensive ability. Hope so. So we pick his runestone up, pick his lore note up, and here we go. Let's have a look at these things. Can't wear them yet, level 32, but that's great. Yeah, see, it's got plus 4% offensive ability, but that 4% attack damage converted to health. If I was in ultimate farming this and I got a 4%, I'd think, because I think the highest you can get on it is 6. Might be wrong about that, but I've seen them with 6% on. So if I got a 4% drop, I'd go back and farm it and try and get more. But if you look at that, Plus 4% offensive ability, and it's got ether resist, bleed resist, which are two of my low ones, so that's great. Reduce freeze duration. The retaliation damage, not that bothered. So even though that's lower armor rating, as soon as I'm 32 I'll put those on for that attack damage converted to health. I'll quickly do this totem before I go into Steps of Torment. Another Marauder's ammo belt. I got 3 of them now. Excuse the squeaky chair. Right, I'll try and do this as quick. Oh, hang on a sec. Let's see what we've got going on here. Players are resistant to chaos. Yeah, okay. I don't care about casting speed, so I'm not casting anything. Monsters are increased move. Yeah, whatever. I don't care how fast they move, they're going to be dead just as quick. Kill the healers, kill the healers. There's a healer. He's healing the other healer. Good luck with that. Should get 1, maybe 2, I reckon 2 level ups in here. As well as the quest, this Slay Grand Priest Z, that guy. There's a shrine in here, and beyond the skeleton key door there's a whole bunch of exciting stuff. I like this area. I mean, undead and dungeons and broken metal stuff and loads of rocks everywhere. It's what an RPG is all about, isn't it? Third floor, going down. Yes, this is the last floor of like normal Steps of Torment before you get to the skeleton key door. And this is the floor that the shrine and the quest target boss are on. Quest target boss is up that way. Actually, to get the map up. Quest target boss is up that way, shrine's down this way. You can see it's just appeared on the thing there, desecrated. It's when you have a fight to get. Little bit of a hidden area with a chest or 2 in it. This point will finish off Quill. Okay, I got interrupted while I was running through Steps of Torment, and I tried to keep going, and then real life took over, and I had to quit. So although I got a bit further on, I actually got further on than I recorded. I got the gold chest. I think that's. I'll have to double check, but yeah, I think that's on the recording. But what I'll do now, I'll go back and redo it, but I'll skip ahead. I'll play through to the next level up, and which isn't going to take long, and then I'll leave it until I get to the fight at the end, because I think everything else is pretty much already recorded and you don't need to see all that. But for now, what I'll do is I'll create one of these Inferno relics. All you need is, yeah, so I had that in stash a while back. Those are easy to get. I've got loads of those. I made one of them and I got loads of those. So we'll make this Inferno, and then you've seen what Calamity does. Calamity is the thing that shoots out those fireballs and hits anything that's around you. Whereas what Inferno will do, it's got this granted skill. You turn it on, and then for 15 seconds you do additional fire damage and burn damage, with also a percentage increased fire damage and burn damage. So we'll stick that on for now. I'll carry that around with me. I'd say Calamity's the lazy option because it just does its thing when you shoot. That one you've got to actually remember to activate it because it's a skill. There you go. Right. I'll nip across to Broken Hills and do. So I'm wearing, what I've done, I'm wearing those, and I've put some components on to kind of raise this a bit. Fire was a bit low, lightning was not too bad. Actually, there was one other thing I wanted to do. Yeah, these. Now this is interesting. Housebane ammo. Although it doesn't do fire damage, it's got a granted skill electrifying weapons. It's a toggle skill. It adds lightning damage and it boosts lightning damage. Now at the moment, I've actually got plus 228% lightning. I got more on fire, but I've got quite a big boost to lightning. So what I think I'll do, plus 30 fire and burn. Okay, so I'll stick it on that one. So what I'll do is I'll make those and see what happens to fire strike. I mean, hopefully it will go up. At the moment, fire strike 2054 to 2455. So what we'll do is we'll keep the item, not the add-on. That would have been a bit of a shock. Right, so if we add that on to that, 1961 to 2385, but we've now got electrifying weapons. We turn that on, 2037 to 2600. Okay, I'll take that. I'm not going to do that quest yet. Right, Broken Hills, here we come. It's really, I could do with maybe some better resistances and a better attack damage converted to health. We'll see what drops. The other thing, that hidden path quest. Once you've come and opened this door, see, I'm not carrying the runes. I don't have them. They're in stash. But the door was still open. Right, let's get these out of the way. I use this in the boss fight, Volcanic Fury. See if it makes it noticeably better. He didn't drop his trousers. Gonna drop your trousers for me, buddy. Right, I've already got that, so I don't need to pick it up again. Right, level up. Physique. Max that out. Yeah, so that's going to go up to 13 because of that. +1 to all skills in Inquisitor, so that's maxed out now. So the next level up, I'll start working towards this because I want that, and that'll be handy as well. That's another thing that I'll activate when my health drops below a certain point, because I've got Ghoul, which gives a massive attack damage converted to health and a big increase to attack speed, whereas that is it's a big damage absorption thing, and it raises resistances. It's pretty good. Right, I'll skip ahead now. I'll run through Steps of Torment up to the boss fight at the end, because you've seen all the rest of it. I'll catch up with you then. I mean, this will take me a few minutes. For you, it will just be, and we'll be there. Here we go. I've got to the boss fight. Well, I've got to the point just before the boss fight. Check up a couple of things. What you see on tab 3 is greatest monster killed. So that's the guy who had the percentage chance to drop those pants. And you can see, even though, I mean, what have I posted? This is the 4th video, probably about, I don't know, three and a half. It'll ultimately be 3.5, 4 hours of footage, but you can see here the actual time played 6 hours 46 minutes. So yeah, so I've obviously missed a bit out because I'm not posting everything, because a lot of the stuff me just running around, you know, grinding up through the levels, you don't really want to be watching that. You know how it works. I think that will, if I kill this guy, that will change to say him with a bit of luck. He's dangerous, so what I'll do, he's dangerous because he's fire damage and he's fire resistant, so I'll put a rift down. I recommend doing this. I mean, once you've come down through 3 floors of Steps of Torment, you go and kill this bloke. If he kills you, you've got to walk all the way back. If you die, you can just map back to that, and I'd put it outside here. Right, so what I'm going to do, run in, get close to him, drop the seal, turn that on, and if my health looks like it's plummeting, because it might, I'll pop a health potion and stay away from him, wait for things to cool down, to wear off, and then have another go. Well, let's see how this works out. Let's kill a few of these idiots first. There he is. Right, let's see how this works. Now, you might find when you do that it's slightly harder than that made it look. That helped a lot. Obviously the seal helps. You drop that on him, he doesn't like that. Yeah, it was pretty quick. I'm quite pleased with the way that worked out. That's a nice item. If you play like a demolitionist caster, so you're not running around with a two-handed weapon or 2 pistols, that's a really nice offhand. Buffing Blackwater cocktail, but I mean, I'm not going to use that because that's, yeah, first time I killed him he drops that, so I'll read that. So hopefully now it will say he's the biggest. Yeah, there you go. So that greatest monster killed has changed to him. Now what I said I'd do is cash this quest in. This is good. I'm almost 34. I've now got a skeleton key. There it is, and I've got the recipe to make one. So that skeleton key will get me in there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to nip back to Devil's Crossing, clear out my inventory, and then I'll do a run through here, and I'll record the Chamber of Souls, and I'll record the Ilgor fight, and I'll record Alchemos. If there's a totem in there, I'll record that. We'll see how that all goes. Right, so next time you see me, I'll have empty inventory with a bit of luck. Yeah, I'm ready to go. That's what the skeleton key does. Opens this. Yeah, you notice when you come in the mutators change. Monsters attack faster. They leech health. And they deal poison. That's nice. Okay, next stop, Chamber of Souls. Chamber of Souls is close to the entrance into the first floor of Steps of Torment. What happens is you go in through this open gate and then it closes, and it doesn't open again until you clear all the waves of enemies that spawn. They will come out of this thing in the middle, and there's a chest here, that bone reliquary. I can't pronounce that word. Great. Yeah, so you can't open that till you kill everything. Or right. Yeah, it was a bit close, wasn't it? My. It's alright. I think it was that vitality damage guy or whatever that hit me hardest. That isn't the stuff out of the chest, that's just random stuff that's dropped. So I'll clear all this out of the way and then we'll see what we've got out of the chest. Then I'll do a level up. No. No. Right, level 34. Pointing physique. Now, I don't think I can. No, that's maxed out, so I can't put anything else in there. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a point into that. So that gives me, that adds elemental damage to my attacks. Plus 22% to all damage. 6% crit. Which is nice. We'll go back to Demolitionist. And I will just put 2 points in there. Right, I've got the first boss, Ilgor. He's behind that gate, he spawns down there. So where you come in, there's the Chamber of, so that's the door into this level. There's the Chamber of Souls. You come all the way around here. The stairs down are down there to the next level, to where you get to the Alchemos fight, but Ilgor's up here. So he's not, you don't have to fight Ilgor to get to the next level of the Steps of Torment. You can ignore him, but I'll go and do him. Now what I'm going to do is I won't use, he's got 2 phases, I won't use Volcanic Fury until he's in his second phase.
Can't do that.
Right, he's dropped his Eternal Vigil. Now one of these things, yeah, this is the one, this is the Drain Essence one. If you're doing a Necro that uses Drain Essence, that's a really nice item to have. It's got a percentage chance to affect more targets, and it adds a whole bunch of stuff to it. Right, so he's down. The Alchemos fight could go either way. It's got a lot more to do now with how good I am at playing the fight rather than relying on I can't really just stand there and shoot him in the face. I don't think I'm strong enough. I mean, I could go out on a limb as usual and do a prediction, but I think it's going to be close. And if I mess up, like if my skills let me down, I won't beat him. I'll give it my best shot. Right, I'll skip ahead. I mean, I'll run through because he's quite a long way for. Oh, there's a totem as well. Right, so there'll be a few things to show you in a bit once I get there. Okay, here's a totem. I had to clear a bunch of enemies before triggering this thing. Let's give him something to walk through. Or not. That was well worth doing. It's got me up to 35. Any of this any good? Okay. Next stop, Alchem. Actually, no. Level up. Forgot about that. I'm going to put another point in that. Start getting that raised up. Okay, next stop, Alchemos. Actually, I lied. Next stop, Shopkeeper. Just show you what this bloke sells. Sometimes there's some stuff in here. There you go. Right, so he sells a bunch of things that would otherwise you'd only get from monster infrequent drops. No guns. Again, monster infrequent shields. Oh, nice. So he's got a recipe for a relic that I haven't got, so I'll buy that. Funny thing is you can't sell stuff back to him. Look, don't really know why that is, but it would be great if you could, because then you could clear your inventory out. Okay, let's try again. Next stop, Alchemos. Here's the gate leading into the little area where you have the boss fight with Alchemos. So you come in there. That's where the shopkeeper is. Totem was in that bit. Sometimes, see that pass blocked here. It's random though. Sometimes it's like that, like I couldn't come down, I had to go kind of round to come back here. Sometimes you can just come straight down here and get to the Alchemos bit, but it's always that bit in the middle, and it's always this path up here with a gate on it. Oh, okay. Tactics with this, I'll drop a seal and shoot him, and then make a snap judgment on how much damage I'm taking, because the trouble is once you disengage and run away from him, he has this, he'll go invisible, and then he'll kind of spawn on top of you and deal damage. It's a bit of a tricky one. I'm not going to call it. I might die. If I die, it's not because the build is garbage, it's because I'm playing like a muppet. I'll blame myself, not the build. The build can do it. I know it can. Right, he's up. He's there. So you've got this area to run around. If you come in here, I wouldn't recommend it, because you kind of get stuck and then you can't get past him. The idea is to use this area as much as possible running around, but like I said, once you disengage you might go invisible and then spawn on top of you. Right, enough flipping talking, let's kill him. That was close. That was damn close. I didn't like that. Yeah. No, I beat him, but it wasn't exactly a stunning victory, was it? That's nice, though. though he has the chance of those rings dropping, it's I mean, you can look it up on Grim Tools. It's quite a rare, as rare drops go. That's a pretty rare one. It's nice for Nightblades. Got his monster infrequent cheapy sword. Right, let's see what we get out of these chests. By the way, I think I did quite well there. It was a bit worrying for a second. I did have to pop a potion, but hey, at least I didn't run round and round and round crying. And the blueprint. Get a lot of melee fire stuff. Oh, let's just pick all this up to sell.
My inventory is full.
Yeah, right. I thought we had room for that. There you go. Right, that was Steps of Torment. Cleared. So yeah, another. Actually, let's have what it will say now on there. It will say Alchemos. There you go. Greatest monster killed, Alchemos. Yeah, in normal, so not that much of an achievement, but level 35. Yeah, it's all right. Not massively proud of that, but at least I didn't die. So yeah. And this is how you get out. I mean, if you decide to wuss out and not fight him, you just have to quit the game. You can't portal out of here. Like you can't. You cannot teleport to this. So you can't teleport out. So you have to use this thing. Just got through Smuggler's Pass, arrived at Dead Man's Gulch. Here's Ulgrim again. He will recognise me because we've already met.
Well, if it isn't my old friend from... You see, I haven't been in time at Taken. My sources are quite good. I came upon the...
Here's the shrine. I'll stick a couple of these down because a whole load of spiders are just going to drop out of the sky. And if I put this down, they'll just drop on this and blow up straight away. Right, so we've got a level up and a devotion point to allocate. Physique. So think about this. Yeah, let's put a point in that because I'm doing quite a bit of lightning damage with that component anyway. I want to get to Thermite Mine and Blast Shield 7, 6. So 2 levels I'll reach that point. Then the next level after that I can start put a point each in one of those, and I think I might just keep the mastery going, doing enough damage at the moment. Oh, devotion point, don't forget that. Right, before I do anything else I'm going to complete this because I want that on Fire Strike, and hopefully by the time I get to that I'll have enough points to get Thermite Mine, and then I can just swap that onto Thermite Mine. When you get to this Prospector's Trail Rift, the campaign's taking you to Homestead. Now this area here, the Pine Barrens and this Tyrant's Hold, there's 2 shrines here, there's some quests, and you can start earning Black Legion rep. This is how you get to that area. You come down here, and on this bridge you can see there's a thing where you can blow up with dynamite. So if you were going to Homestead, you would have gone north, well, this way, north. I think it's 3 dynamite, might be 2, I'm pretty sure it's 3. Yeah, so you need 3 dynamite, which is quite an investment, but it's well worth doing. So you clear that. And then you enter this area, Pine Barrens. Here you can see there's the Pine Barrens Rift, and there's some Black Legion guys here who'll give you quests and where you are. So that was the bridge where you dynamited it. There. You follow this path around. When you get to about here, you can see a shrine appearing on the map, but you can't get to it yet because you've got to go round and around the houses kind of route. But that's where the rift is and where these quest givers are. I'll just grab both these quests. One's to get a drop from a particular type of enemy, and one is to kill a boss. Okay, this boss fight coming up, she's actually quite dangerous. She's dangerous, so you kill her really quickly. Get her out of the way. Right, that's both those quests done but not handed in, so go and hand them in. Okay, I'm almost 37. Here's a tip. So you got two quests from those guys. One is Slay Old Bloodbriar, and one is Slay Ungoliax. That's the Gloom Weaver, that's the spider. Now the cave that the spider is in is marked on the map, and it'll have a star on it. The cave the Bloodbriar is in is like a hidden cave, so there's no marker on the map to show where it is. So while you've got both those quests active, if you see a marker on the map, don't head towards that. Try and find the Bloodbriar cave that hasn't got the marker on it. The only way you can find that is by wandering around looking for a cave entrance. Reason to do that, you can get to the spider cave from the Bloodbriar cave, but you can't do it the other way around. And once you go in and complete the spider quest, the map marker will disappear. So none of the caves will have a star on them, and it will become a little bit of a faff. So yeah, hopefully that will make sense. I'll start looking for this Bloodbriar cave, and then I can show you what I'm talking about. Right, so see you've got a cave entrance showing up, so I know that's not the Bloodbriar cave because it doesn't show on the map. And it's got a star on it, that's where the spider is, so I don't want to go into that one. Actually, I need to level up, don't I? Physique. And yeah. Okay, so here we go. Right, so there's a cave entrance that's not marked on the cave. Now because that cave entrance is not marked on the cave, you know 100% for certain that that's Bloodbriar's cave. Whereas the other ones, those are the two, there's two entrances to the spider cave. So if I go in here, Bloodbriar's cave, there you go. If I get to the end of this, I can then go into the spider's cave from here. So here's Bloodbriar up here, in amongst that lot. There he is. And he dropped an ancient heart, which is nice of him. So once you kill him, you go down through this entrance here, or exit, whatever you want to call it, and you get into the spider lair, the one that was marked on the map. Forgotten Depths, this is where she is. She's going to drop down where that dead cow thing is there. And we'll put that there for her. Come on, where are you? There you are. Ooh, hang on. Taking a bit of poison damage from that, I think. We'll just go and get this shrine sorted out. Keep carrying on putting points into this. If you head over to the east of that area, so this is where all those caves were, that's where I came out. You head over to the east and there's a road you eventually get onto it. There's several ways you can get out there, but they're like randomly blocked. So you might not come out the top one, you might come out one of the others. Just head over to where this fortress thing is, this Tyrant's Hold. Go in here, and there's the other shrines. There's 2 shrines in the Pine Barrens area. That one in the Spider Cave and this one. So I've got 2 more to go. There's two shrines up by Homestead. I got to Homestead. I'm now running around doing the first quest in this area, and I should hit 37 very soon. And we'll just carry on working my way west for now. Thanks, mate. There you go. Next level up. 1 point in that. 1 point in that. Just a reminder that thermite mine is going to get quite massively buffed by Martin's medal. Just approaching the first shrine in this area. There he is. One more point and I'll have that. If I haven't got thermite mine by then, I'll just stick that on Inquisitor Seal, but I reckon I'll be level 39 round about that time. Here I am running around in the Royal Hive. A couple of reasons to come in here. One, you complete the quest to kill the Queen and you get your 3rd inventory bag over there. Also, in a semi-hidden area there's another shrine down here. So yeah, so it's well worth coming in. 39. He drops one of these glands. There's another boss that drops one. You need both to get into the Queen's area. Get a minute's peace and quiet, I'll level up. Here we go. Point into physique. They've all gone in there, I haven't put any points in anything else. And we're going to get Thermite Mine, which goes straight up to 4. And we're going to get Blast Shield, and we're going to put a point in there. So there's Thermite Mine. So when I get that in a couple of minutes, I'll put that on Fire Strike, and I'll put that on Thermite Mine. I'll do a quick run through to show you where this shrine is. You go into this northernmost cave entrance. Well, not the northernmost one's the Queen's one. Get into Skittering Den and then head over towards the west side of it. I'll show you what Thermite Mine does as well. There it is. So when you drop Thermite Mine, it puts 3 of these things on the ground. Flame jets that deal damage and reduce fire resistance. Let's have a quick look at it. Well, elemental resistance even. So yeah, so the flame jet deals fire damage, burn damage, and lowers their elemental resistance when they get hit by it. And there's no cooldown on that, so you can put 2 of them down, so you get 6 when you put another one, it gets rid of the first one. So yeah, so you can spam them. It's good for covering yourself. See, they're coming up and getting burned by that, trying to come up behind me. Chuck one down there, and another one there. Inquisitor seal on. Like I was saying, it's very much like playing a tower defense game. I said that, I think, in the second video. This is where the shrine is, down here. That's a lot of monster infrequence. See, they're very handy. You just dump them on enemies and they'll burn them away. You don't even have to get involved. And that Moneybags Martin's Crest, you see it adds a massive amount of fire damage to thermite mine and increases the amount of time they stay for 12 seconds. So they're there for ages. What this means is you can put your Inquisitor seal down, and then put two of these things down, then activate that, and then just watch everything die. Just pick up the stragglers that just about make it away from there. I think that's pretty good. Right, so what I'm going to do now, swap this around. So I'm going to put that on Thermite Mine, grab that, put that on Fire Strike. So that's dealing fire damage, chaos damage, whatever. Slowing things down. So you hit things, it slows them down. That minus 15% movement speed is the thing you hit. So if you've got a load of stuff running towards you, they get slowed down, their fire resistance gets dropped. And if they're running through that as well, well, barrel of laughs. See, Gollus, you can't call him Gollum for copyright reasons. Gollus dropped his ring. That's nice. Look at that, +3 to Vindictive Flame. Where's that gone? Oh, I can actually wear it level 35. See, it's not doing any of the damage I want, but that offensive, defensive, the health regen, the resistances, and a +3 to Vindictive Flame almost makes it worth. Which one should we swap? 2821 on that one. 2842. We'll swap it with that. Just because I like it. He really liked that ring. He really did. But now he's dead. Okay, this is the Queen fight. She's quite, well, she's dangerous when she goes into her second phase and starts chucking things down on top of you. Big rocks and whatever. Come on, have some of that. It's worth clearing out the surrounding area as much as possible. Grab whatever you can before you take her on. She's not going anywhere, she's stuck in the middle at the moment, doing her whole hive thing. She's there. Come on, mate, get running. What are you doing? Look, oh, this is one of the things that does slightly annoy me. Right. What I'll do with her is run past and do a bit of a drive-by. Put an Inquisitor Seal and some of those thermite mines on her. Let's leave them there. They're going to last for quite a while. See how her health's doing. Yeah, she's loving that. Yeah, see, she does hit quite hard with that poison. Here comes the sealant. Should be able to take her out before she does it again. Yeah, there you go. Got another blueprint. Another quick totem fight for you before I go up to do the amalgamation. See, once you start dropping Inquisitor Seal and Thermite Mine on top of things like that, a lot of the stuff is almost dead before it's even finished spawning. One thing you can do with Thermite Mines is you can chuck them into areas where you haven't been, like over there, like that. Right, let's see if I can get this right. Mustn't get too close to the door. There we go.
Can't do that yet.
Quest rewards should get me to 40. Might be close. This is going to give me the other inventory bag anyway. So I've now got 3 of them. Another 2 to go. Let's go and give Dahlia or whatever her diary back. That'll give me a little bit of XP. Dahlia, not Dahlia. What am I talking about? Yeah, I've not read a word of it, love. Of course I read it. I've got XP for reading it. Is this going to get me up to...
There was much commotion. I see your reputation is
so
well known.
close.
The Legion, my scouts have reported back.
Yeah, it's alright, I can talk to these people.
Just the person there are 2 other groups.
Now I don't like Caimans, because they're the bad guys, but I'll side with them because they do fire damage. There we go, level 40. That'll do, good point to stop. Dump some stuff on that. Right, finally, before I quit out, point in physique. And do I want to? Nah, so do what I said I was going to do. I think I'll keep pushing forward on Demolitionist. Quick summary. Oh, I ditched the Gunslinger's jacket. That's okay. It's just got more armour. That plus 16% elemental is pretty good. Plus 20% elemental resistance is very good. Everything else, those 2 guns the same. That's the same thing I've been lugging around. That's the same. Rings I've just changed quite a bit. I think that dates back to video 2 or 3 maybe. Had that for ages. They're a recent upgrade. They're quite decent. Elemental damage buff, some decent resistances, and a bit more armour. That I've had knocking around for ages. That's already talked about that. And that's the Inferno Relic. Skills, should be familiar with that. main damage attack. All this stuff gets pulled in with a percentage chance. One thing worth mentioning, the percentage chance of that these going off, it caps at 20% when you've got 6 points in there. So really it's not a lot of point putting more points in there than 6, unless your gear buffs it over it, and then you might want to take a point out, bring it back down to 6. It depends where you want to use the other, where the other skills, where you want to put the points. Anyway, devotion has worked out well. I've got full fiend, full ghoul, full quill, full soleils. The fun one is this, we get over here eventually, meteor showers, barrel of laughs, and I might go to the 3rd node of that and get elemental storm. This one's good, 20% reduced targets, elemental resistances. There's quite a few options. Might want to grab that, as I was talking about in video 1, for the minus 10% cunning requirement for ranged. Saves you having to pump points into cunning just to be able to equip stuff late game. That's pretty much it. Next video, I'll try and do 41 to 50. I think it's going to start slowing down. It's going to take me longer to do that. I'll try and get the videos out as quick as I can. But once again, thanks very much for watching, and hope you enjoyed that one.